Trying to get this thing set up here, and then we'll get this thing going. Oh boy. Got that set up. Let's put this out. Got the link out. Got that up. Willie CK, how you doing? Patch of Heaven Farms, how you doing? Good to see you. And we got our friendly person in here too. Let's see. Well, there's a big lag tonight between StreamYard and YouTube. So did anybody do anything interesting today? Okay, Ken Small Engine Repair, how you doing? Polar Bear Ed's in the basement with no camera. Gotta turn your camera on. There you go, Ed. How you doing, Ed? I see you're in the shop now.
For right now.
Yeah. Boy, old Mick had a heck of a live stream today, didn't he?
That was awesome.
Oh, it was. That was a really good live stream. Turning Wrenches, how you doing? Yeah, Ken Mick's stream was, it was nice. A lot of interesting people in there. Some big channels. My gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he did good.
Hey, you stupid ass.
Uh-huh.
Yep. You can tell Mark's tech support's not at home. Why is that?
Oh, I'm having a rough time getting this thing set up.
Oh. So,
you're right, Ken.
Well, I got that blower put on that stove.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Is it too big?
Yeah.
I kind of thought it might be.
Well, it does a good job, but it's noisy.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah. It moves some air. It heats the shop up nice, but it's just way noisy.
Yeah, I bet. Well, I'm going to have to do some upgrades on the snowblower.
Gonna do the flaps on the impeller?
Well, what I'm going to do is I talked to an area support group, told them, it's gravel. They suggest to put skid shoes on it.
Yeah.
Raise the blade up. So I went ahead and ordered some parts for it to do some
Yeah, everybody was saying that if you put the rubber flaps on the impeller, it
Right.
makes it throw a lot further too. Close
Well,
that.
it's not so much throwing it further. I need to get it raised up so it's not throwing rocks. Because that thing, ooh,
Right,
the
right,
scraper's too low to the ground.
right. Well, you should have skids on there you can lower now.
No, the skids that are on it now, there's no sliders on them. They're just bolted fast.
Oh,
There's no adjustment.
okay. So you need to get the adjustable ones.
Yes, the upgrade kit, like a snowplow. You're right, Ken. That way I can get that scraper blade up off of that gravel.
Could you just drill new holes in those skids you got now?
I could, but I don't know. For all the more the new skids are. Yeah, these are kind of rounded, Ken. They sell a set of them, OEM parts. They're only $21.
Oh, that's
So,
not bad at all.
no, for $21, it ain't worth fighting it. You just may as well purchase them and be done with it. Yeah, I thought about that too, Willie. How you doing, Ken?
Good.
Was you doing good today?
I got 2 doe, and my buddy got a doe.
Okay.
I got one this morning and one this evening. He got his this morning.
So, how'd your deer hunters do, Mark?
They struck out. They had some does come in, but neither one of them shot. They let them off. Problem with that, your skids are too narrow. You need something wide. Yeah, that's what they're saying, Ken. When I talk to them, that they make a snowshoe for that model of Arians. And no, Mick, I did not get to see Lucky One tonight.
Yeah, when you're doing gravel with those snow blowers, Mark, you got to raise those suckers up.
Yeah. I ordered some skid shoes for it, so we'll see if that'll help it.
Heck, you probably could have went over to the farm and just made a set.
Yeah. But that new of a machine, I'd rather just try to keep it OEM until I get rid of it. If I get rid of it.
Oh, you'll get rid of it.
Well,
as soon as you blow some real light snow with the wind and you become the abominable snowman, you'll hate it.
Well, that's just it. For here is fine. But over at my property, I got my big tractors and stuff. So, I got big blades and everything on that. 2 swipes with the big tractor, I'll be done.
Yeah. Yeah, we seen 10 altogether today.
Really?
Yeah.
Zephiel, hello. How you doing, bud?
Yeah, it's some crazy stuff. I was going crazy with them shear pins. My gosh. Seemed like as soon as I get going, it would take out another shear pin on it. Like, I got to do something with it.
Is that because of the rocks?
Yeah. Yeah, it had to be.
How far were you launching them?
Probably 40 feet, just like the chute was open. By a snow cab? Nah, I'm not that much into that, Scott. How come you're not bringing my friend on panel? Because your friend just used cuss words on my channel, on the panel, and your friend will not come back up on the panel.
Hey, Grandpa.
How you doing, Grandpa? Yeah, Mick had a smoking live stream. That was great.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, it was. Yes, it was. Got a lot of good people on there. A lot of good people.
Yeah, 400 people in a chat. That's a lot of people.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm lucky to get 30.
Yeah. Yeah, that was. Yeah, a lot of good people in there. XL, how you doing?
Well, Mark, I just want to jump on here and say hi. I got things I got to get done for tomorrow. So,
Are you going out again tomorrow?
well, yeah, I still got freezer space empty.
Oh, Lordy. Yeah, you got to get one for your brother yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But
we'll
you got
talk to you guys later.
but
See
you
you,
got you got to make him come over and clean up the equipment after you butcher, though, Ken.
Yeah, that's the worst part about it all is cleanup.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So, all right, guys, we'll talk at you later.
All right, we'll see you. Thanks, Ken.
All right, bye.
Yeah, he had an awesome live stream.
Yes, it was.
There were so many people in there; it was unbelievable.
Yep.
How you doing, Breezy?
Hey, Breezy. Well, at least it's warm enough now that the snow's melting.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping it gets warmer tomorrow.
Yeah.
Jordan, I am responding to you. One of your fellas, I brought him up on panel, and they started using swear words on panel, and I'm not going to have it. You're not going to come up on panel and do that mess. I already forewarned you guys that you're not. This isn't going to take place on this channel.
Yep, exactly. Yep. So yeah, it didn't take me long to put that blower on.
No.
It just moves way too much air.
Well, that's what you wanted, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, but like I said, you'd have to look at it. The bottom of the stove isn't completely closed,
Okay.
so it's blowing a lot of the air out the bottom, right underneath the thing. I got some tin here. I'm thinking about trying to close it in a little bit and seeing if that helps. But it's still going to be loud. I mean,
Right.
there's no way I could host a live stream or shoot a video out here with that thing going.
Right. But now, is that going to overheat that motor, though, if you close it in?
Now I'm talking about the bottom of the stove.
Okay. Okay.
Like right where you mount the blower at.
Okay.
Right across that whole bottom piece is open. So
Okay.
a lot of the air is going out the bottom instead of up and around the stove. So, but yeah, I mean, I had it up to almost 70 in here right before I started to stream. You know,
Really?
it's still like 62 or 63.
That's not bad.
No.
And if you had a bunch of insulation in there, it would really.
Oh yeah. Well, if I move a few things around and drop that plastic I got, down, and only heat this half the garage, it would be, I mean, awesome.
Right. Well, there's still a big leg between StreamYard and YouTube. Like there was this morning. I don't know what in the world they're doing. If they're revamping something or what's going on. Okay, Ken, I can shoot you an email.
Who knows?
So yeah, and everybody, Ken Small Engine got his watch time and hit the 1,000 mark. That's awesome.
That's real good.
Thanks everybody for helping him out.
So what did you do today, Scott?
Yeah, I slept most of the day. Was that chiming in on mixed stream? Tried to get in. No too many people to get response.
Uh-huh.
But my snowblower, I got a 36-inch Aaron's. I put on I did it the redneck way. I took out the skids in the front, ran a lawnmower wheel bolt through it, put lawnmower wheels on it. I put one in each one of the holes, rolls right over a gravel driveway.
Yeah, I got my grandpa's snowblower here, and he had them on there, but he had actually adjusters from a push mower on it. The only problem I found with that is they, like, when you get into like hard snow, they want to roll up on it instead of pushing through it.
Right.
Oh yeah. But if you don't get a snow cab, you're crazy. Once you get hit in the face with one of those and it don't touch you, you would fall in love. They're $50 online for an Arnold Universal Snow Cab, and they're fantastic.
Huh.
Just type in snow cab for a snowblower online, Google it on your phone, even though it'll come out $50, free shipping. They're black and they got and you can see all the way around. They cover the handlebars and everything. That is the best investment you can put on any snowblower. I don't care if you have an Aaron's, an MTD, or a junkyard snowblower. They're universal. You can put them on anything.
Right.
When that wind's blowing and you come in and you look like Ed, then you'll wish you had one.
All right, Ken. I'll shoot you an email tomorrow, there, brother. I'll stick to my Cub Cadet with the plow on it.
Yeah, I stick to my Big Alice Chalmers, but I do like the Aaron's. The wife did good buying it. She did good, and it did. I never ran one, never used one. That was the first one I used, and then I started digging in a little bit more on them to see what available stuff was there for them, and I'm going to go ahead and do some upgrades on it. How you doing, Dick Small Engine?
Hi, Dix.
That's an expensive blower.
What's that?
That's a rapid track, ain't it?
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if that was a rapid track, you got $3,000 or more snowblower.
Right.
Yeah,
You know how much my snowblower was?
How much?
$2,500 and change.
Wow.
I'll have to do a walk around video of my Cub with the Power King blade on it.
I got a 2-stage wide body snowblower if you want it, Ed.
Nah, I like my plow, man. I put a piece of steel pipe across the bottom, and it rolls right over my gravel. Doesn't pick hardly any of it up. Doesn't dig in. But I can actually push more snow than the tractor will push. The blade is not designed for that tractor.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying. I got a wide body Cub Cadet snowblower with the separate motor. You put that on, you can blow snow over your house and pool.
Yeah, Patch. I seen your comment on the Aaron's snowblower. I was complaining about it. You're right, but you know what? I take that back and complaining because it did a good job. But like I said, I have the big farm tractors and everything over at my other property, and it's got a front loader. Plus, I got scraper blades for it on the back and everything. And when we move out to the new property, I have all that already, and I didn't really need one. But yeah, I'm real grateful that she did get it. Like I said, it's a few upgrades, and hopefully that'll straighten up the rock throwing thing.
The only thing I want to do to mine is make it a power angle instead of the manual angle.
Right.
Yeah, when it's 20 degrees outside, that's nice, Bill. Flick a switch and move the blade.
Well, see, I've got electric actuators that I could use, but they're not that strong. As soon as you hit something, they bend. I'd like to do hydraulic, but I don't have any hydraulics on that 108. You know?
It's the 42-inch for his brother. That's good, Willie CK.
Yep.
36-inch single stage blower, $100.
Yeah, that blower I got was on my grandfather's Cub Cadet. When I was a kid, he hit a brick once. He lifted a brick off a driveway somebody he was blowing with. He put it through their house. That thing went right straight through that blower. Didn't even face it. Went through that house. Went through their front door, through their living room. Thank God there was no one walking between. Went right through their living room, right through the kitchen, right out the back of the house, like a bullet. And it was a perfectly rectangular hole, from a brick naturally. But he decided not to do driveways anymore after he did that.
Well, we've got vent tractors that work with the snow blowers on them, and they've picked up baseball sized rocks and threw them 100 feet.
Wow.
So now they only use those like when the snow gets piled up high at the edge of the sidewalks, and I actually made a bracket thing to make the chute point down more, and they just put it like 5 feet off the edge of the sidewalk. They don't shoot it out into the yards no more.
Right.
You know those snow blowers the state uses on the side of the highway? After a snowstorm, they use on the edge to clean up the side. They go in the front of a dump truck. I had a friend of mine that used to work for the state, and now he's part of the state. He slipped and fell and went into one of those things while it was running.
Wow.
He didn't feel a thing. They found his head a couple miles away after it blew through that thing and bounced down the highway.
Well, I've seen them use the things they look like silage cutters. I know truck pulls up behind them and they shoot that snow right over the truck, right into their bed of their truck until it's full, and keep going. They'll pull that truck out and it goes, and they keep going on along.
Right.
Yeah. Well, this was one of those big snow blowers. They go to that front, and he slipped. He was guiding them, and he slipped because they were going over a bridge. He was guiding them into filling up the back end of a truck. He slipped to it, and all they heard was this scream just for half a second. It was too, by the time they shut the machine off, all they found was blood in his chewed up body in the back end of the truck.
Oh, I bet they do a job on you, that's for sure. Especially them big ones like that. Now, I have seen them up on the Mass Pike and stuff like that, using them on the sides after the plow's done pushed it over. Then they come through with that big blower on the front of the great big road grader was running it back.
Yeah, same idea.
Right.
Like I said, the one I seen was like a purpose-built machine, but it looked like a silage cutter. But it had a snow blower instead of the cutter head on it, and it was shoot. It could shoot to the sides because they'd pull up alongside of it sometimes. But when it got narrow, they'd shoot it right over the back of the tractor, right over the cab of the truck, right into the bed of the dump truck, and those guys, I know they're not weight restricted. I mean, because they were piling them beds completely full of snow, and
just to haul it away.
Yep.
So they had space.
Yeah, that'd be a good way to get rid of a body.
Winter King 67, I'll bring you up on the panel. But I'm going to tell you right now, you act like Jordan, you're going off the panel real fast. And you won't go back on.
I'll just block them.
That's right. That's what I got moderators for. North Viking, how you doing?
Hi, North Viking.
Yeah, some of them snow blowers. I've been researching the area, and it's pretty hard since she got that one. And some of them, they get pretty good size. But I can give you this much on that thing. The whole time, even though it was picking rocks and everything, that motor never bogged down. That thing just ran like a top. It was unbelievable.
Oh yeah, they're pretty strong motors on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, biggest Aaron makes is a 36-inch.
Uh-huh.
Oh, years back, Cub Cadet made that one on tracks.
Okay. Well, that's what that one that Scott was just saying. It's on tracks, and I think it's like a 250 something cc motor on it.
Yeah, I want one of the old Cub Cadet ones because I want the tracks off of it.
Right. Winter King, how you doing? How you doing, Brandon?
What do you got to say, Winter King? You're up on panel.
Yep. You got
Okay,
your
my
finger
mic's
on
kind
that
of
button?
creepy.
What's that?
My mic's crappy.
We can hear you.
Can hear you just fine. Mr. Mobody, how you doing? Tampa Boy Customs, how you doing? David Small Engine Repair. But yeah, after messing with that Arians, I just went in there and I got hold of that technical support, and they do make the shoes for that machine to fix that problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and order them, and I could worth the $21 instead of messing around with it.
I don't know what device I have. It's just so crappy.
That sounds fine to me. I hear you just fine.
See you, Brandon.
Tell you what, Musky One's the only one I know that can rock pork chop sideburns like that and look good, man. He looks like somewhere from the 70s.
Yeah.
Mr. Briggs, you ugly asshole.
Yep, he gone.
Hey, I don't care. I like being called ugly asshole.
No, I ain't having it on mine. I told him he had to be right or he was gone. He's gone now.
Oh, I know. Hey, at least he said to my face and didn't type it in the chat and not come up and like some people do.
Yeah. How you doing, Tampa? You still freezing in that 50-degree weather?
He's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Tampa, I had -1 this morning. It actually felt good. But hey, I'm crazy. So I've been told. One of my homeless guys froze to death last night.
Yeah, we heard that. Sorry about that, Scott.
85 years old.
How old was he?
85.
Wow.
He would not let come into my house.
Wow. So how long, Scott, do you actually think that these people have actually lived homeless because that's what they wanted to do? I mean, actually,
well, a couple of them are down there because they want to. There's one 19-year-old, for instance. He thinks rent should be free and we should society. He's one of those people who believe that landlords are evil and that. And you say, well, wait a second, how are they supposed to maintain their property? And he don't care.
Right.
He thinks he's one of those. He'll sit there and smoke. I mean, one day he wanted to borrow my lighter a couple of months ago before I quit smoking, and he was sitting there and he had a crack pipe. Yeah, like I'm gonna give you my lighter to use to light a crack pipe. I don't think so.
Right.
But the old man used to work at one of the factories around here that closed down. I know for a fact, and he just couldn't find a job. He was 61 years old. No one would hire him. Age discrimination.
Yep. How you doing, 2 ATVs? Redneck, how you doing?
Hey, doing pretty good.
Good. Get much snow out your way?
Well, actually, we were on the edging of the storm, so I ended up with like 5 inches, but it was just enough that I got to go out with the new snowblower that I got for $100 and go play with it. So,
There you go.
you know, that was just enough to go test drive it and discover that the belt that I had on it, I need to upgrade to a Kevlar because about halfway down the driveway, I had to slow it down a bit because you know that smell.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Dirtfoot Racing. Good to see you.
Hey, Dirtfoot. Thank you for the shout out too. I appreciate that.
You ain't got a red neck, so you don't need the red neck on it. There's nothing red about your neck. I got a red neck.
What, mine?
Yeah, but you're a cracker. You put yourself to cracker geek. You don't have a red neck.
Actually, that's the reason why I ended up having to have all 6 of the moles on the back of my neck removed, was because I have a really bad habit of working without my shirt on, and I ended up with active cancer.
Wow.
I am a true redneck.
Yeah, redneck up north is kind of a weird, different statement than it is down south. Like, that's one thing I've noticed is culturally, up here, up north, redneck is a really weird term. It's more kind of survivalist hillbilly type recognition than it is other stuff.
You mean that guy in the top right, like the guy in the top right corner calls himself Ed? Ed's a hillbilly.
Yeah, I know redneck.
No, but you're a hillbilly.
The difference between a redneck and a hillbilly: a redneck thinks the South's going to rise again. Hillbillies know it's not.
Oh, see, up here
I
in
know
Maine,
that.
that's
I'm a
an
redneck.
entirely, totally different thing. We don't refer to rednecks as like the South is going to rise again, whatever. Redneck up here refers more to people that just make stuff out of nothingness whatsoever and just always make it work, and no matter what. It's a really
that's what a
weird
redneck
thing.
is.
Yep.
You
Yeah,
couldn't tell
it's-
if Ed was a redneck or not because you can't see his neck from his beard.
Right now, it's
Right.
not red.
But
Summertime.
yeah, in my area, redneck's not a derogatory term like it is across some of the rest of the country. It's really weird that way.
No, it ain't up north.
Dirtfoot Racing said they had a no Christmas parade protest party. Military vehicles. Nice.
Yeah. They've got an anti-mask group that's starting to grow in my hometown, and they're all up in arms about it. They literally decided at a city council meeting. This is how stupid my city that I live in is. They decided at a city council meeting to go and have a discussion about the best way to enforce and discuss the anti-mask protest in downtown wearing masks.
Wow.
For 45 minutes, these people that are paid to go and come up with ways to make the city better decided to discuss this. Like, I hate the city of Belfast. It is not what I grew up in. I can't wait to get the heck out of here.
Well, there's three businesses in my little town here that hired an attorney suing the governor, the health department, and the liquor control.
Yep.
So now they've started this lawsuit against all these people because of the Constitution of the Bill of Rights.
Yep.
That they're violating. So we're going to see where that's going to go. That's going to get interesting.
We're in the same situation up here. I mean, they had some crazy manager that decided to go and yell at some guy about a mask here in Maine, and he decided, the manager, the one thing about the story is that the manager followed him out to his vehicle, and the guy decided to pull out a chainsaw and start it up and chase the manager back into his own place. But it's getting stupid. It really is.
Yeah, I just wonder how much more stuff's going to take place over all this when it's all said and done. Where
Oh,
it's
yeah.
gonna-
Well, just in my local area alone, they've had people the put your mask on brigade or whatever, and they had one woman decide to like run up to somebody and Lysol her in the face, caused her to have an asthma attack and pass out in the middle of a grocery store.
Wow.
Like, you know, the woman had medical reasons why she wasn't, you know, wearing a mask or whatever, like legitimate reasons.
Right.
And they almost killed her with a bottle of Lysol over it. I mean, you know, it's stupid, absolutely crazy.
Right. Well, see, now even if you have a medical condition here, they will not let you in the store. They say to call.
Yep, same in the state of Maine. That's the reason why Jesse does most of the shopping now.
Yeah, curbside service. You
Yep.
call it in and you call them and tell them when you're there and they bring it up.
Yep.
Which now I think I'm going to have to do all my shopping like Polar Bear did. I'm just going to call ahead and they'll give me a time on what time to get there to pick the stuff up.
Yep.
I
I
don't
ain't never doing that.
Well, I don't do it because I don't want to go in the stores or afraid to go in the stores. Well, I don't want to go in the stores, but it's because of the people, not because of the COVID.
Yep.
You know.
Oh yeah, they're doing well, it's like the stuff anymore. It's like if you walk up to the store and don't put a mask on until just before you get in the door, if you walk across the parking lot, you got people saying, "Well, you're supposed to have a mask on." I says,
Yep.
Says who? You? I say
Yep.
you're not supposed to drive that Jap crap piece of shit next to my American built Chevrolet. Why you got that piece of shit Jap crap in the parking lot taking away American jobs?
Yeah,
Well, that's different.
Pat and XL, you're exactly right. How you doing, King?
Hey, Kane.
But yeah, everything is just getting stupid anymore. And, you know, it's not so bad as now you got people out in the public that will voice their opinion if you don't wear a mask looking.
Yep.
You know, it's not getting any better. It's getting a lot worse. But, you know, people really get fed up with it, where you're going to start seeing a lot more trouble out of all.
Well, that's like this summer. I was selling lawn tractors, and you know, I grew up in the good old side of town where, like, if you stepped out of a vehicle and every guy that stepped out had a mask on, and they didn't step out without saying hi or anything, and just totally stone cold started walking towards you, you picked up a baseball bat or a machete or something because that's what was about to go down. And like, I had these two guys show up in order to go and buy a tractor this summer. And they literally stepped out in hoodies with masks across everything with black gloves on. And they didn't say a thing walking together straight towards me at my garage. I leaned over and I grabbed a baseball bat. Like, you know, that's the mentality I grew up in my area and stuff. And I told them both, like, you know, you could say hi, you could step out of the vehicle, then put your mask on, you could do all of this stuff. Don't show up like something that, you know, you see on some apocalypto whatever. Like, it's turned crazy. If you had told me that in order to sell a lawn tractor this summer, if you had told me 5 years ago that in order to sell a lawn tractor, I would have to provide Lysol wipes to people to wipe down the steering wheel after I demonstrate how to drive it,
Right.
I would have totally called pure BS, but I do. I have to literally carry a Lysol container out with me. Like, it's gone dumb.
Here's another good one. The wife wrecked her car. She got hit at the stop sign. And we had to have a rental car for almost 3 weeks. You know that the rental car company charged me $75 to COVID clean that car when we turned it back in.
Yep.
It's a big money.
You're kidding.
Scam. No, I'm dead serious. That
No, I've heard others have that happen.
Yeah.
I can tell you exactly what they did, Mark. They have a thing that's made by Clorox. It's a machine that atomizes a solution. It's down to like micro fine mist, and they shoot it in the car. It takes about 5 minutes. close the doors for 15 minutes, and the car is sanitized. I do it at work all the time.
But here's the funny part of it. My pickup was parked right beside it when she returned the car. The woman come out of the building, looked around the parking lot, opened the door, jumped in there, started the vehicle, and drove it over and put it right back on the line with the other cars and got out of it. No mask, no gloves, no nothing. But yet, charge you to COVID cleaning. Figure that one out.
Well, when I check in cars at work, I have to wear a mask and gloves, and it can't be like that the pull-up mask that I wear.
Right.
To be an N95 and rubber gloves to bring them in my shop so they can shoot that machine in there and let it sit there for 15 minutes and then turn around and
right,
take it back
It's a
outside.
mess, like what comes off a Lysol can.
It's more of a bleach solution, and there's
No, but I mean, it looks like that when it comes out.
Actually, you can barely see the stuff. You can feel it if you put your hand in front of it. It'll wet your hand, but it's like super small, fine atomization. It goes down into the vents. I mean, you can actually see the stuff settling down into the vents and under the seat.
So it's like the mist that comes out of a diesel injector.
Yeah, but I mean, it's because we were using like battery powered garden sprayers, and it wasn't. They said it wasn't getting down into the vents and everything, so they bought I think 5 of these machines or 6 of these machines, and they shoot. I mean, you got to wear the stuff they're putting through it. The company says you got to wear a face shield, rubber gloves, mask. Don't breathe the stuff in. All that.
right.
Deadly.
Mr. Nobody, Craftsman Crusher, how you guys?
So all right. I'm a little dark right now because the lights, behind me. But
Oh yeah.
I wanted to show you guys my project.
Oh boy, what are you
What I'm
working
up
on?
My 69 rug. It's now a go-kart.
Oh, cute.
Wow.
That actually looks really cool.
Yeah, it does.
I got the transmission out right now, getting slurry put in it, but
Is that
I've actually done the
Kohler
transmission.
motor of some sort?
No, it's a 12 horsepower Briggs.
Oh, okay. It's a 12. I got you. I see it from the angle now.
Got kind of hard to see. You can see with this angle or not. Nope, can't. Shit. Hang on.
So you're running into a Peerless 700 with a chain drive?
Actually, not right now. I'm going into a damn it, what's it called? The foot 3-speed with reverse.
Oh, it's got a footy 3-speed. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's got that for now, and if I blow that up, it's going to get replaced with a Peerless. But I've got disc brakes on the rear. I've built my own front end. Come on, phone. There we go.
Yeah, XL. Some people have tested positive with COVID and never got sick. Never noticed any loss of smell or taste or anything, but tested positive.
Yeah, that would mean that they would be asymptomatic. That they would have it and they have no
That
symptoms.
engine just barely fits in there.
That's awesome.
I got a quarter
Yeah, when
inch
you go
stick.
hunting around for 700s, the Chinese have figured out that they use the 700s for rototillers and stuff like that. So there's a bunch of knockoffs you can get on Amazon.
Yeah, I've seen one for like $150.
Yeah, the 5-speed, there's a series of knockoffs now on Amazon for 150.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a woman at the grocery store going. She didn't like what I said. She says my father can't wear a mask because of his airlines. She was just complaining to him there, and I said, I got a question. Can you still smell the fish? Because we were in the fish department. She said, why? What difference does that make? Well, you got a mask on. If you think the COVID's going to stop you, if you think that mask is going to be stopped by COVID, how come you can still smell the nasty fish smell? I mean, I'm just wondering. You know, I said it's like saying.
Good.
Good.
That's why I go at Walmart, farting left and right. If they can smell that, they can get COVID. I
Right.
just go through
Hey,
farting so they know their mask ain't working.
hey, it's like old saying. If you think a mask is going to stop the virus, it's like thinking your underwear is going to block a fart.
QATVs, you're right.
And mind you, that's got to go through like 3 or 4 layers of clothing to get to your nose.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, they say that the mask though is to stop you from getting spit on and this and that when people talk, so it lets it
Man, I like that. That mask helping ugly people get laid. Since
Go on the couch, Raven. Couch.
I might be ordering something.
What are you gonna order?
I'm gonna order a Lego Mustang. It's
A Lego one?
Yeah.
I'm telling you to do something. You stop ignoring me.
Okay. And then what are you gonna do with? What are you gonna build out of it? It's gonna be a Mustang then, or?
Yeah, it's gonna be a Mustang. That's gonna be huge. I'm thinking about making a video on it.
There you go. That'd be a good video for you.
Yeah, I'm thinking about making a video on it.
Yep, you should.
But first, I gotta figure out my problem because for some reason on my phone, when I do when I take a video, I won't post it on my channel. I have to get my dad to look at it.
Right. Well, a lot of things have been messed up with YouTube and StreamYard here the last 3-4 days.
Yeah, YouTube has like taken down like 3 of my videos in 1 week, saying I copyrighted like so many rights when it was literally a video of me just driving my mower through the woods. I didn't even say a word. Like, how would I be copying 3 people? Like, if I'm copying 3 people, just 3 people, like, then what about the rest of the people that do that?
Well, it could be something that somebody's got a copyright on already and stuff. And
that's true.
You're stepping on them.
Yeah, I could have been doing that.
Which I got a copyright, about 4 weeks ago, Ed?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that was through Epidemic Sounds.
Yeah.
Really?
It's paid for.
Well, apparently I'm accidentally set off your Nightbot whatever thing because I was trying to post a link, but for Mr. Mower Body, surpluscenter.com just got in a bunch of 5 speeds and 4 speeds and 3 speeds that would fit in your style of build. So I posted up a link for you to be able to take a look at it if you're curious. If you're hunting parts, surpluscenter.com is where I usually send a lot of people.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't gone to Surplus Center in a while. So
what is this Nightbot thing? Because I've never had Nightbot. It just popped up here on the screen.
I don't know. It just got mad at me for trying to go and post a link because I thought it errored the first time.
You can set it up to like say certain things throughout your chat and have it do it.
I've never had Nightbot ever. Never even used it.
I think it's something that YouTube has put up to block people from posting links in the chats.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because we had that problem this morning. Sparky couldn't post a link for Mick for his big stream today.
Right.
But Nightbot thing never came up. This is something they got to be working on something.
Yeah.
Cool deal. Yeah, I'll check that out.
Yeah, I never had Nightbot. Never used it ever.
No worries. I've never had it decide to go and tell me to shut up either, so that was new to me. And I've been doing this a few years. So
never had it.
It must only be a StreamYard thing.
It could be.
Maybe.
Yeah, because it's telling you to stop posting links.
Yep.
Well, I got it as a private chat, so
Yeah,
Okay.
me too.
that worked.
Right.
Yeah, I haven't been in Surplus Center in a while. Back before, the last time I used Surplus Center was when I was making RC vehicles out of Power Wheels.
Yep.
I get tires and axles from Surplus Center.
Mm-hmm. Now, does anybody know? Is there any way to take this Nightbot stuff off of here?
I have no idea.
I doubt it, but
No,
I at this point I've become a slave to the system as far as YouTube is concerned. I just run with the punches at this point.
I think you would know, if anybody would know, you would know how to do away with Nightbot. I've never.
No, because you guys run on the StreamYard thing, which is new to me, and you guys know more about using it than I do at this point. I had planned on starting to go and do it like once a month or whatever, but then my whole life got totally thrown upside down in the last few weeks. So I'm I'm just at the point I'm learning with you guys.
Other than using StreamYard, do you need to do anything specific to just go live on YouTube? Because it says I have to like qualify for something. I can only use StreamYard.
I don't know. I go live on both, but I don't think on YouTube you can run a panel though, can you, Ed?
No. Nope.
Yeah. You can go live on YouTube, but you can't have a panel like this.
Yeah, no, it won't let me do that because it says I have to qualify with like a
I
certain.
think you have to have a certain amount of views or something to get
Yeah,
qualified.
there's a qualification you have to reach.
Yeah.
Oh, is there?
Yep.
But Lucky Buttmores, he can't post anything in chat.
Yeah.
Not even his own. He can do his own, but he can't. He was on Mix Mowers. He was on yours this morning. He cannot post anything. All of his comments are hidden.
Okay, who's the person that has the really off-key singing child?
Yeah, it's me. Hang on.
It's okay. I know what that's like.
It's my daughter.
Usually for me, it's the stupid cat named Ella that you see in the videos. She will literally decide to like meow and scream her head off until you give her a treat if she sees you video camera.
Nope. Mine just sits on my lap.
She must want to be a star or something.
No, she just knows that if I have the camera out, that I'm trying to focus and I need quiet and I need whatever, and she'll just drive me nuts till I go give her a treat.
Okay, that worked. As soon as I typed in Nightbot remove, it's off there now.
Okay.
All right.
Guess it's pretty easy.
But you still won't be able to post links because it's something on YouTube side that the only person that can post a link on a chat is the host through StreamYard, but you have to post it on StreamYard chat and it'll show up in YouTube.
Is that is that a new thing or has that been the thing?
It just started. The same thing with this. I don't use Nightbot or anything, and then all of a sudden, boom! Here it is. It just showed up tonight. I've never used Nightbot for anything.
Yeah, Zaffiel, not even moderators can post links anymore.
No. Moderator can't drop a link or anything. We went through that this morning.
Yep.
Interesting.
They're changing so much stuff, and
well, Tech Sparky checked into it this morning, and he said it's because of the Child Protection Act or something like that YouTube implemented. They're not allowing any links by anybody, but the workaround is only the chat host can do it if they're using StreamYard. They have to post it in the StreamYard chat box, and it'll show up on YouTube.
No. I had to take 2 planes to get
this Child Protection Act thing is utterly, totally screwed up tons of channels.
Yeah. Well, I think part of that is what they're trying to do. They're using the Child Protection Act thing, but they're trying to shut down the grow channels.
That's what I was about to say. I think it's because of the grow channels. That could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've ended up with so many different young kids with mud mower channels that have ended up with the Child Protection Act. They ended up with their comments shut off, just like mine. And it's stupid. It's about a bunch of tractors, for God's sake. There's no reason to.
I mean,
for any of it.
Redneck Computer Geek didn't they do something like that on the Redneck Computer Geek channel with shutting your comments off?
Yep, my comments are off because of the Child Protection Act, because of John and other children being the key word. Now, this is the problem with the way their wording works, and why it is they're screwing over my channel, and why they're screwing over kids like your age, Craftsman Crusher. Is if the video has kids in it, but they're just background, they're just they're just background noise, that is one thing. But if I have John sitting there as a child and he is part of the interaction of the video as a focal point, then they consider that part of the Child Protection Act, which is why I have no comments. Because of me having my son involved in my YouTube channel, I have no comments. That's how they justify it to me.
I think it's ridiculous.
It is. It's utterly stupid. I know 6 different mudmower channels at this point that they're all your age, and they've lost their comments just because they're a kid with a channel.
They did that to me. I couldn't post comments on your live videos for like 3 weeks. It wouldn't let me. Then finally it let me. It was because I tried to post a video of me doing like belt work, and it said I violated the child protection thing. It took the video down and basically shut my entire YouTube down for like 3 weeks.
Now, was you guys swearing and all that on your channel?
No, I don't swear. I'm not the type of kid to swear.
You'll never hear a swear on my entire channel except for some really, really old videos that I did.
Right. We try to keep it all clean and everything up front so that, this can go good, but sometimes it's ridiculous stuff in here.
Yep.
Well, a couple years ago, Stephen Cox had his son on his channel. This was before all this child protection thing started. He didn't put in the video that the kids were in it, or maybe he did. YouTube shut his comments off on all of his videos, and I think he just got them back. YouTube couldn't even turn them back on. They tried. They completely blocked the comments on his thing.
Yep.
Right. Now, Chris, or Craftsman Crusher, how many subscribers do you have now? Is your channel growing?
I got 80 today. I just hit 80.
Good.
Yeah, I got a few. I've been working hard. I got a few when I went riding with another YouTuber, Red02. I did a ride with a bunch of them, and that helped me gain a little bit. But it was I recommend you check out their videos. They're really great guys. They give you tons of information. Like, if you just ask a simple bell question, they'll give you like a whole dictionary on anything.
Red is cool people. Red I like Red. I totally, as a person, I absolutely like Red.
Sean is a really nice guy.
The problem is that he talks monotone. Everything is the exact same. I rebuild peerless. You put pairing here. Like, if he is so intelligent. If he would just add a little bit of pizzazz, that dude would explode across. There's no question. Like, he's got the brains. And like, when it comes to somebody that I'll pick the brain on, there's nobody better than Red and Doc Sprocket. Those two, as far as Mudmower community goes, hands down, they're two of the best to grab.
It kind of sounds like the depressed robot in.
But like Red is so he's such a nice guy. Like, I'm in New Hampshire, and I left to go to Ohio to ride with them, and he was gonna sell me a Peerless 820, but there was like a deal that if I gave him one of my broken ones, I don't know how, but I forgot it, and I forgot my wallet with the money in it. I got there, I said like I could mail him money. He's like, no, you can take it for free. And here, I'll help you load it. When I first got there, like without even me asking, he walked over and he like forced himself to help me unload my tractor.
Yep.
And he gave me a bunch of like free stuff. Like he's like generally a really nice guy.
Yep. I don't doubt it at all. I've had many a good chat with him. He's a really down to earth, cool guy. He just, if he had just a little more pizzazz, he really would do really well on YouTube. But I totally respect the fact that he is, you know, nuts and bolts specific. Like if you want to know some random stupid nut that nobody should even know what size the dumb thing is, that's in no manual anywhere, he's the guy to ask. Like, you know, he'll just know it. Like,
the trails we went on in Ohio, they were scenic. I think they were scenic trails.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of footage on it. I recommend you check it out. Great trails, a lot of great footage. It's really worth it. If you have a chance to come up, take it. It's well worth the ride.
Yep. I've always wanted to go ride with him. He's one of the people that's definitely on my, if I ever do like an across the United States mud mower trip, I will definitely stop in to see.
You should come up with us next year. We're all planning.
I wish, man.
Yeah.
My situation as far as John and things gets complicated, unfortunately. That's part of divorcee life. And yeah, for me to schedule anything that has to go out of state, Maine's custody laws require a full 1 month ahead of time scheduling and where you're going to be and everything else. It's crazy. And so
I think it's increased some more because of the virus that's been going around. I think that's helped increase some more laws too.
Yeah. Around here has gotten utterly stupid about it. But it is what it is. No, Red is definitely somebody I want to go visit at some point. And
at some point, we'd be glad to have you up with us sometime.
Yeah, I'd appreciate it. That way I can end up having to borrow somebody else's tools in order to go and fix my rig. It never fails. If I take my rig and I bounce around here at home and I can beat the absolute piss out of it. I can run it in the pond, all that kind of stuff. I'll never majorly break it. But if I take it out on a trail to go visit somebody, guaranteed I will break something critical every time.
I remember the first time you went with Mudding Ventures, you lost your like clutch pulley, right? In the bearing.
Yep. Oh yeah, I snapped my entire front radius arm right straight off of the thing on the very last trip. Yeah, if I had to winch my entire front end together using winch cable, and then drive with myself actually off to one side of the machine to keep the knuckle up enough so that I could drive the mile out. But I made it and I fixed it. And the funny thing is the guy had literally just bought the welder 3 days before.
What welder was it?
It was one of those Chicago Electric, whatever. No, his was the Venture. His was not Venture. What's that green V1 from Harbor Freight?
Valkyrie.
Yeah, whatever they are. Yeah, his was the smaller series of that one. He literally had never used it. I ended up firing it up, setting it up for him and everything, tuned and dialed it in and set it up for him and then fixed my machine.
I just got one of those Chicago Electric MIG welders. My neighbor was doing a moving sale. He used it once and he said $50 and it's yours. I'm like, are you kidding me? It's that new, $50. Yep. Instant deal.
The trick to it is good wire for crummy machines.
Yep.
Buy good quality welding wire, they'll keep up with anything you want to. That's the big thing about it. And that's the way all of those Chicago Electric tools are. Is don't ever buy the cheap Harbor Freight bits, the drill bits, any of that kind of stuff. Buy good high quality cutting blades and bits and everything else, And it doesn't matter if you're using a $15 grinder or if you're using a $50 grinder, it still cuts steel. It's the quality of the cutting surface
Yeah.
that matters.
How you doing, Stormy?
The only question I have about it is it has the option to run gas or flux core. I don't know which one would be better.
Well, maybe these guys got more info because I only run flux core, but I weld outside a lot. And if
Yeah.
you weld outside, gas is a waste of time.
All right, I'll be right back. I gotta go deal with something.
Yeah, the flux for somebody that doesn't do a lot of welding, flux core would be the better choice because the investment of the tank and everything for the gas feed.
Yeah, I got one of the Harbor Freight cheap welders. Plus, I have a Matco wire feed gas welder, a big one that I bought through Matco, and actually, if you take your time with the Harbor Freight one, it'll do just as good as job. You just got to know when to speed it up or slow it down. Just to keep something consistent.
I had a $120 Go Plus 130 welder I bought off of Amazon. Unfortunately, it got stolen during my divorce. I have a Hobart 140. I have an actual honest to God Hobart, and 9 out of 10 times I would have rather run that Go Plus every single time. It welded just as good as the Hobart at like $120. And it's the quality of the wire that makes the big difference.
Right.
If you're buying good, high quality flux core wire, you'll burn into anything you ever want to.
Right. And that's what Mr. Mobani put into the comments.
Yep.
The flux works fine once you learn how to use it.
Yeah, you got to stitch flux. That's the weird thing is like you got to learn to stitch it.
Right.
As you're burning it in.
Right.
Yes. Stitch it and clean your slag off before you try to weld over top of it.
Yep. Which I'm horrifically bad about doing. I get caught in that. I get caught not doing that in videos all the time.
To not deal with slag, when I had to weld a locker in my Transact, so I brought it to my neighbor because he has a TIG weld, and I just said, weld it for me, please, because TIG welders don't have slag, and he's a way better welder than I probably will ever be. So I told him to do it and got it done.
Yep, doing good here, Stormy.
Yeah, welding up spider gears gets questionable anyway.
Like Doc Sprocket, he has said that it doesn't matter how good of a welder you are, it's just the material itself from the gears makes it really hard to weld and have it stay.
Yeah, that's the discussion that Polar Bear Ed and Twisted and I have had about the 633s and the high-low is it's because they're made out of sintered steel. And we've discussed with my dragster build whether you could or could not manage to go and to grind them to make the shift better. And,
I'm debating whether if I should try the ease locker, which is when you like jam it with a spider gear. They say it holds up, but I have no idea if it would.
Right. Yeah, David, there is trouble with StreamYard and YouTube, and I just had an issue with a Nightbot come in because somebody tried to drop a link for a rear end setup, and Nightbot come into it, which I don't even have Nightbot, wouldn't allow that link to be showed.
Yeah, like on my pulling tractor, I've got it's a stock hydrostatic ring and pinion. It's a 2-piece carrier they call them, and I've just got it shimmed real tight. The spiders and stuff. It's still an open diff, but it will run. Drive both tires until it absolutely has to let one loose.
So it acts like an LSD.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Because if not, you just make left and right turns real quick. Yeah. That's the funny thing is like when we're pulling, you can tell as soon as somebody breaks a carrier or something, that tractor just makes a, it's 90 degrees on the chain.
Right now.
And that's why, like, when you get up into the classes where Mark and I are running, we're running higher speeds, you get into a lot of trouble when that happens. That sled still got momentum. It comes up and hits you, and I've seen them actually roll tractors over and everything else,
Yep.
You're fixing to go for a ride that's not so fun.
Yep. And that's why, like, they make brakes mandatory, but everything happens so quick. There's no, a lot of people have started putting handbrakes on them, like on the Cub Cadets. It has the arm in the front that, where the linkage goes up to your clutch pedal or clutch arm. They eliminate that and put a handbrake down between their legs, just before you have brakes. But things just happen so fast, you'll never hit a brake, even on the clutch pedal.
Well, then you're spinning the damn thing up at a point that the brakes aren't going to matter anyway. That's the problem with the drag racing mowers that I was running with. Is once you get an MST 206 doing faster than about 25 miles per hour, you can jam that stock brake for all you're worth. You're along for the ride if you can't manage to get that motor to disconnect enough. Like, that's the end of it. You're going.
Stormy wants to go for a fun ride. Put her on one of the pulling tractors. She'll have a fun ride, and then she'll be hooked wanting to build one.
Oh yeah,
they're a lot of fun, but things happen real quick.
Yep.
I've seen videos of people literally jump off their mowers because they get stuck wide open. The brakes aren't doing anything, and you just see it go and go and go and go.
Mm-hmm.
Then, like 30 minutes later, they find it flipped over up a tree or something.
Yeah, that's like mine and Ed's. We run straight alcohol, methanol, and actually, if the tractor would catch on fire, all you're going to see is vapors. You're not going to see no flames. You're just going to see vapors, and it just melt down.
Yep.
Zephiel, yes, there are operators on the sleds, but like I said, things happen so quick.
They don't have a chance.
Yeah, they'll pull the brakes on the sled, and basically just to keep the sled from running over somebody. But yeah, things don't. I've seen clear up into the national quarter scale guys. I mean, they look like Superman. The tractors go sideways, and their arms are up in the air, and they're flying off the tractor out of the way. And you just hope you don't bend an axle or a rim or something like that, and roll the tractor back up, and go back to it.
A guy showed up at the grocery store on his lawnmower. Oh, Lord.
That doesn't surprise me.
Cheap
I've
way.
seen a video. This guy went to Home Depot and he bought a mower and he drove it home from Home Depot.
My brother went to the DMV in the middle of the summer when all the COVID stuff was going on, and there was a guy sitting in the drive-through for the DMV on a lawnmower because his driver's license and his plates had expired on his car, so he drove his lawnmower to get the stuff renewed.
Oh boy. Yeah, if you need to grocery store me, I guess if you got to drive a tractor, you got to drive a tractor.
Yeah. Most states actually have a technical limit on what you are actually allowed to go and drive. In the state of Maine, it's 1 mile.
Wow.
There was a guy in my town when I was younger, late teens, early 20s. He got so many DUIs, he lost his driver's license, and they impounded his car. So he drove his lawnmower to the bar, got another DUI on that. They impounded that. He got out of jail for that, rode his bicycle to the bar, got another DUI on that. And finally, I mean, they're like, just call somebody to give you a ride. We have to give you these DUIs, So, yeah. But I actually seen the mower sitting outside the bar. It was right downtown, little small town. And I'm like, I know exactly who that is,
Oh boy.
And then we had another young gentleman. He was a few years ahead of me in high school. He didn't drink, but he was handicapped. basically his legs wouldn't bend from the hips down, so he used like walking cane or walking crutches. And he would go in and sit at the bar and drink sodas and stuff. But the town actually let him park in a no parking zone so he could back his car right in front and be able to get in and out without having issues. And that he did that for years until he passed away.
Yeah, Willie C.K. says to look up that simple story about John Deere, 100 miles. Someone drove it 100 miles. Wow.
Yep.
A few years back, there was a guy that actually drove a old John Deere 2-cylinder coast to coast.
Yeah, there was a guy who his brother, I think it was in a hospital or something, and he drove to go see him or something. I don't know if that's the story you're talking about, but
no, this guy here, he got sponsored and stuff, and they built a cab on this tractor, and he towed a motorhome or towed a trailer or a camper trailer behind him.
Yep.
And it was for the veterans.
Yep.
And he drove from coast to coast. He actually came right close to where we live at, and I went down and seen him and had pictures of him and everything else. Got to talk to the guy. You know, he had scheduled stops, you know, and they actually had a GPS on the tractor and stuff, and you could go online. They had a web page up, and you could actually track him, live track, and see he'd go, I don't know how many miles a day, and he had certain stops. He'd stop for like 2 hours, and, you know.
Where are you located at, Stormy? Sounds like there's 2 or 3 guys around our town that drive lawnmowers everywhere.
yeah, it depends on the regulations in your area and stuff like that. Like we have certain towns here in Maine up north where ATVs are totally legal on the roads as long as they stay under 25 miles per hour. And, you know, it depends on where you're at. And I bet if you talk with Tampa, I bet he would probably talk with you about golf carts being allowed in certain areas.
There's a guy next town over from me that actually has a Razor. It's not a Razor, CF Moto. He fought and got it street legal, and has turn signals, headlights, you know, the whole 9 yards, and it actually has a license plate on it to be street legal.
Yeah.
And he used to have videos up on his YouTube page showing how to do it, but he was catching backlash about it. I think he took them down. But he tells you, if you want to know how to do it, I can tell you where to find all the paperwork and to know what you need to do, but I cannot tell you how to do it.
Yep.
Mr. Briggs Stormy's up your way, New York.
Mm-hmm.
I've
All
been
right.
debating whether if I should make like a dragger and drive it to my school if I have an in-school day.
Well, I'm going to call it a night, guys. I just got done with my render that I was doing on the video I'm working on, so I got to go and get back to grinding on my own stuff. But thanks for having me.
Yep. Not a problem.
Thanks for the call. I appreciate it every time.
2 hours worth of Syracuse.
Do your redneck computer eat?
Heck yeah, we have street legal golf carts here. I need one. Tampa, I figured you would have built one by now.
Twisted, what was your first mower?
My first mower was a Cub Cadet, and I'm still with Cub Cadet.
My first pulling tractor was a Sears. I can't remember what it was now. It's like made in the 80s. It was belt drive, 12 horse, Tecumseh engine on it.
Like an S-16 or a Super 12 or something?
Yeah, something like that. I actually still have it back in the corner. I blew that motor up. I put a 14 horse overhead valve Tecumseh on it, and I ran it for about a year and a half. And then they made the rule that they have to be flathead singles. So I found a flathead. I was going to pull the motor off, but the tractor, I have a Gilson. It's got now it's got a 18 horse twin cylinder Briggs opposed twin on it, and the wheelbase and everything on it from factory is about 5 inches longer than the Cub Cadets. And in the stock class, you're not allowed moving the front axle. So I made that into a pulling tractor, and I dominated. I mean, because it was a flathead, I could run up to a 20 horse. I'd run in the 16 to 20 horse single class with the 16s, and then all of a sudden they said, nope, twin cylinder, flat head or overhead valve, have to run twin class, and I couldn't compete against the Kohler motors, so I parked it and built my twin with a stock 20 in it, and then over the years I built it up into a modified 20 horse, and now I'm building a modified 25 horse.
Nice. My first mower was a Poolin. It was a Poolin XT, basically like a Craftsman LT1000, just like a little higher, with I think it was like a 13.5 OHV with a MST 206 in the rear.
What in the world is this Nightbot thing again?
Nightbot is striking again. Oh yeah. Tampa, what's up, dude?
Yeah, I don't know what with that coming up like that.
I ain't never seen it. Never seen it before.
From everything I've ever heard, it's something you have to download and install.
Yeah, for you to control what it does, you have to do that.
Unless it's something YouTube has now put on.
And it's got to be, because I've never downloaded Nightbot, never had it, used it, or anything. Until I'm just seeing it tonight.
Yeah.
Well, it could have something to do with that. I mean, heck, they shut down Google and YouTube for the whole world for like a few hours. So
yeah, I already did that once, XL. I put in there Nightbot remove, and now it's back again.
They probably want you to download it, because like if you download it, you can like tell it like throughout your stream to either do this or not do this. So you probably are gonna have to download it and tell it what you want it to do, and that is to like not do what it's doing.
Yeah, Brandon says no, it's on a website.
Brandon, how does it get linked to your YouTube channel then?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've used StreamYard for a few years now, and I've never had to ever.
Or it is whoever has that channel is not letting it be given out, or what is the deal with it?
I don't know. All right, everyone. I've got to go, so have a good night. Hopefully, you can figure out this Nightbot. I will see you guys later.
See you, Craftsman.
See ya.
Yeah, Storm, we don't consider anything north of Syracuse, New York. We call it Hillbill. We call that Cuomo Town, so we don't acknowledge that part.
I don't know what in the world. Where in the heck do you even find Nightbot at?
Now, Brandon said it's a website, so somehow it's gotten linked to your YouTube channel. Like I said, unless it's something YouTube's doing.
Yeah, Brandon, I've never been signed up for Nightbot or any of that. I've never used it. And tonight, this is the second time now it's come up when somebody's dropped a link.
It might be doing it automatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be.
Try taking away the mod status of it. Brandon said that mod status.
Okay.
Brandon's stuff just got deleted.
No, he got in the chat there. It says it's a third-party website.
Yeah, but all Brandon's comments just got deleted by night.
Was it coming from Brandon or what?
No, I don't think so. Couldn't have been.
Only thing it's saying here is Nightbot was blocked.
Well, you should be able to take it off as a moderator. Yeah, Brandon's messages got wiped out.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Private message Brandon if you can. Find out what the heck. How do I unblock Nightbot?
I don't know. Let me
Yeah, how do you block Nightbot? Who blocked him?
I blocked him. Nightbot.
Okay, so you should be able to click on Nightbot and unblock him.
I'm clicking on where it says Nightbot. Nightbot was blocked, and I can't do nothing now.
I don't know. I'd contact Lucky even though.
Well, Lucky was having trouble earlier in all the live streams. All his comments are blocked, but not by Nightbot. Just no, you could not see any of his. He was there, but you couldn't see any of his. Anything he typed.
That's weird. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you a thing. I don't know nothing about it.
Yeah.
Brandon, if you're still in here, type in the chat. Yeah, all his messages were deleted. I don't know what in the world's going on.
Might be a Democrat.
Yeah, I can see you, Brandon.
Yeah, now we can see you.
Is it that Nightbot thing, or what the heck is going on?
Nightbot deleted all his comments.
What did he? He didn't say nothing bad or anything, did he?
No.
But where did this Nightbot come from? How do you get rid of it?
I don't know.
I've never had it until tonight. It just 2 times now it's come on this stream.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, send Lucky a message. He could tell you.
Well, somehow it's got moderator status, and only you can give it moderator status, unless it's something that YouTube has done and give it moderator status on everybody's channel to block people trying to put links in and everything else.
Well, it could be, because once I typed in, you can see where I typed in Nightbot remove, and then Brandon was back on the stream.
Yeah, right there. Brandon said he posted a URL, and all of a sudden all of his posts got deleted.
Huh. That's strange. I've never used Nightbot, or even I know nothing about it.
Right. Well, let me see if it's still here. I'm going to try to post a link to.
But I do see something else too. Brandon come back as a moderator. He's got a blue wrench.
He's always had a blue wrench.
Has he? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, he posted a URL. Yep. Maybe that's what got him. I don't know. Or if this is something new that YouTube is doing on their own.
Well, I'm going to try to post a link to the StreamYard right now and see if it blocks me. Or see.
Hey, the last post Brandon put on there before the one where he put "you can see" or "can you see me," he was gray or black or whatever for his name. So with him doing the URL, then they probably wiped it because he wasn't odd. Now he's blue, so that might do an issue too.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if this is something that YouTube just started doing today, because we was having issues this morning, and now this strange Nightbot stuff, which I've never been hooked up with Nightbot or anything of that.
Well, I just dropped the link to the StreamYard chat. Did it show up?
No.
I can't see the chat.
Okay.
No, you didn't drop any link yet.
All right. Well, it's showing up on my side, just like this morning.
Yep. And I'm looking at YouTube, and I got StreamYard on the other one running, and it's not coming through.
Huh. Wow. Yeah, because before, if somebody dropped a link like that, it was telling them that you weren't allowed to drop a link. So you blocking it must have did something.
Something, I don't know.
Huh. I don't know. That's weird.
See, the moderator should be able to drop a link.
Yeah.
Not no more. And,
Hey, parts and pieces.
and Sparky couldn't drop a link this morning.
Right, and he's got that software he pays for to be able to do that.
Right. What website are you talking about, Brandon? Go to what website and sign in?
He sent it to me in Messenger. I'll send it to you, Mark.
Hey, how you doing, parts and pieces? Let's see, can I drop a link? Yeah, I can drop a link with no problem.
Well, you can drop the link. You were able to drop the link to StreamYard today. Try to drop somebody's channel. I bet you can't do it on YouTube.
Let's see. I'm going to find out. Okay, I'm going to drop Brandon's link. Okay, I'm going to come over here. Paste. And there's Brandon's link.
But I bet you amount of money if I copy that, I can't drop it.
Brandon, is that your link, correct? I don't know what the heck's going on. We had this mess this morning.
It's all has to do with YouTube.
That would be my guess.
Nightbot TV. Why would I want to sign into Nightbot? And that is Brandon's link, so it's working on my end.
All right. Well, I just put his link to his channel. I copied yours and repasted it. I bet you it didn't come up.
Nope, nothing come up.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
See, that's the problem that Sparky had this morning. He pays for all that extra stuff for moderators and all that to drop links, and he couldn't do nothing this morning. So I guess you're not going to be able to drop other people's links as a moderator the way they're setting this up now. That's the only way to shut it off. Well, first I'd have to be there, Brandon, to shut it off.
Well, you blocked it from the channel, so it's working. Low lids.
Yeah, I blocked it twice from the channel now. Low lids, how you doing?
Yeah, the owner of the channel can drop links. Nobody else can.
Right. And that don't make any sense. But that happened this morning too.
Yep.
But that Nightbot stuff never came up this morning.
Right.
So I don't know. It has to be something that YouTube or StreamYard or somebody's changing or something. I don't know what to do.
What's happening, low lids? Long time no see, brother.
It's very strange.
Well, like Sparky was talking this morning, it's probably that child protection crap, and they've just blocked everybody from dropping links except for the moderator or the owner of the chat.
Right.
And that way, like I said, I think it's to shut down all these grow channels. Myself.
Right, that could be something. It's strange.
Because I can't even drop my own link to a video or my channel. So
right.
that would eliminate these grow channels being able to have people drop their channel links so people can go sub to them.
Well, it's just something new that they started then, because that started this morning when Sparky was trying to drop links live for today.
Right. Well, it was happening to me Friday night in Lucky's and Tampa's. I was trying to promote my New Year's Eve live stream, and I probably dropped it 25 or 50 times in Lucky's and the same thing in Tampa's. And I went back and looked, and it showed up on me from my side. I could see it, but
nobody else could.
But on the live chat, when I went and logged out of my normal account and went to a different account, never showed up once.
Wow. That's some crazy stuff. It just has to be something that YouTube is just changing.
Yeah, and well, since I brought it up, everybody go check out my channel. There's going to be a live New Year's Eve party, 9 to midnight, New Year's Eve, Eastern Standard Time. Everybody's welcome to come hang out, and there's going to be door prizes and all kinds of stuff. But you have to comment on the video to get entered in the door prizes. So,
yeah. Ed, type in the chat. I'll give you the link right now and drop it.
If it'll let you.
Should.
No, Lilith, we can't see it. You can see whatever you type in chat, but nobody else can. Well, not your link.
Is that your stuff, Ed?
Click on it and find out.
Should be.
No, it says 404 error. This page is not available.
Huh.
Try posting it on the StreamYard chat part, not YouTube, not the pop YouTube.
It's on StreamYard.
Yeah, that's what I clicked on it too, low lids, and it said 404 error.
Try. I did it again.
I don't know. This stuff's all way above me. I'm lucky I can get on here.
Hey, I'm in the same boat.
There for the longest time, my camera kept disconnecting from StreamYard. It'd stay on for like 10 seconds and just shut off. Just happened to try today, and it worked perfectly. So I can't complain.
Yes, that link worked, Mark.
Okay.
Brandon, from what Sparky was saying, it's happening on Twitch and everything.
Yeah. But everybody, there's Ed's link there. Go and check it out so you can get into his New Year's Eve party.
Yep. Like I said, if you want to be entered in the door prize giveaways, leave a comment. You can just say hi, wave, leave an emoji, whatever. But that's how I'm going to make my list of people to draw from.
Throwing darts?
No, I'm going to make a wheel of death.
Oh.
Oh, Lordy. That'd be cool.
That's why I need to know how many people, so I know how many spaces to put around the wheel.
There you go.
But
so I wonder when YouTube's going to let us know about these updates that they're doing, or where we're going to find out about it.
Did you get the email on the new practice or what is it, user agreement or whatever? It's in there.
Yeah, I haven't looked at anything like that.
Yeah. Like about a month or so ago.
Huh.
Yeah, Brandon, a lot of channels are going to lose. Well, mainly the grow channels. Take care, Willie. Thanks for stopping in, buddy.
Yep. Thanks for coming in there, Willie. Yeah, that's going to hurt a lot of channels. It really will.
But yeah, so I'm gonna make the wheel and everything, and then the afternoon before or the afternoon the day of the live stream is when I'll put all the. Well, I'll probably put numbers on it. But like I said, I need to know how many people are entered, so I know how many slots to put on it.
Right.
You know, I don't want to make one up with 60. I mean, I thought about just doing one with 800 slots and then just put spin again. You know, just space everybody out around it. But
right. Well, that's going to be a mighty big wheel.
About 2 foot across. I think that's the size of the piece of plywood I got.
And then everybody will have a number.
Yeah, it'll be like just like the Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
Like Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, there'll be a little clicker at the top, and you know. Hey, Black Bull, what's happening?
How you doing, Black Bull? You're right, Brandon. That's what ruined it was the grow streams. Because they was all about drop your link stuff.
Yep. I went and checked out a couple of grow streams. Them suckers go by so fast. It's like, yeah, that's not for me.
That's 100 mile an hour wide open there.
Yeah. I was having a hard enough time in mix, and he slowed it down.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's the first encounter I've ever had with Nightbot. I know Brandon and them uses Nightbot. Lucky.
Yeah. It's a nice feature. You know, it can drop links for you and remind people to hit the thumbs up. And I mean, it works nice, but apparently somehow they've set it up to where it'll block people's comments and stuff, or delete people's comments if you try to drop a link or something.
Right. That don't make any sense.
Well, they're trying to shut all the loopholes up so people nobody can drop a link besides the owner of the channel.
Yeah. But I thought that's why you had moderators. Now that's going to change everything because the moderator can't do nothing for the person that owns the channel.
The only thing a moderator can do now is delete people's comments and block them.
Right.
That's it. Time them out.
Yeah.
Which that's what a moderator is supposed to do.
Right.
Also, it was, so they could drop links and, help promote and stuff like that.
So what are you working on there, Mudster?
Well, I was trying to clean this garage up, but that's not working so well.
I started doing that too, and then I started putting a blower on my wood on my stove, and now it looks just as bad as what before I started cleaning it.
Yeah, I make a little mess here, then I'll work on this project since I'm cleaning up the parts, and then it turns into now I'm doing another project and making a bigger mess.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah, Brandon. I just about bet you, Brandon, that your Nightbot isn't going to drop any links for you.
Yep.
I got Nightbot blocking my stuff, and I don't even use Nightbot.
Right. Like I said, that has to be something that came from YouTube.
Yeah, it's got to be.
I think it's going to show up on everybody's channel.
It could.
Until you block it, until the owner of the channel blocks it like you did.
Right. And then you got to put in there Nightbot remove.
Exclamation point, Nightbot remove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I did that, I did it twice to get rid of it.
Yep.
So I don't know. It's crazy. Crazy.
Yep.
But Brandon goes live here in a little bit. We'll see if his Nightbot's going to drop a link for him. He's had Nightbot for over a year. Yeah, I've never had it, Brandon. I know nothing about Nightbot until tonight.
All I know is what I see Brandon and Lucky and a couple of other guys that run it, use it.
Yeah. You'll have to get rid of it, Brandon. If it does act up, you'll know here in a little bit. Like I said, I've never had Nightbot, and then all of a sudden they showed up twice tonight.
But Tech Sparky was saying that they're not going to let you drop links on Twitter or Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, all them. They're going to block them all, and that's going to hurt channels. If you can't post a link to a new video or something to promote it on those other formats, there's really no point in having those other.
Right.
Take care, Tampa. We'll see you, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know how it's going to work because now they couldn't. I'm just wondering if you can share it out when you're on someone's live stream to share them out, to Twitter and Facebook and all that.
I don't know. I shared out Mix, and I didn't share out yours because I shut down YouTube too quick.
Yeah. I don't know. This is just getting crazy.
Well,
oh, Mrs. Twisted still watching. You're supposed to be working, not watching.
She's on break again.
Yeah, she's spying on me.
Oh, well.
A guy just can't catch a break. So I don't know. We'll have to figure this out when she gets home. She'll have to go into this Nightbot stuff and see what it's all about because I have no clue.
Yep. Well, I'll find out tomorrow on my live stream. If it shows up in mine, then it's something that YouTube has done because I know I haven't done it.
Right, but then you're going to have to, whenever that happens, like it wiped Brandon's comments completely out. That's just crazy.
Well, the first time I see if it shows up in mine, the first time I see it, I'll just block it.
Right. Well, I had to go to Brandon's spot, and I clicked on the three little dots next to Brandon to bring Brandon back into the stream.
Yeah.
So
all right, I'm gonna have to head out. My phone's about dead.
Yeah.
Starting to be
Yep. Thanks for coming up. We're getting ready to shut it down anyway. So.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Yep, not a problem.
All right. Take care.
I don't know, Brandon. I don't know if stuff can be shared out or not, if it's going to go that way or what. But what we're thinking is they're saying from going from YouTube and sharing it out, that it won't let it be shared to Facebook and Instagram. Is that what you're saying, Ed?
Yeah, that's what Sparky was saying this morning, what he was reading, wherever he was getting his information.
Right. And Sparky pays extra for that to be able to do that stuff.
Yeah, he's a moderator on like 50-some channels, and that's the whole reason he has that software and stuff.
Right.
To be able to drop them links and stuff.
Yeah, this stuff's getting crazy. All right, we're going to shut it down here so Brandon can go live here shortly. We'll see how Brandon goes if he gets in trouble there.
Well, Briggs, you still awake, buddy? Haven't heard from you.
But all right, hey, thanks everybody for coming in. We're going to shut this thing down, and y'all have a good night, and hopefully we'll see you over at Brandon's and Polar Bear Head 7 o'clock tomorrow night.
Yep.
So we'll see y'all. Thanks for coming up.